In order to reach freedom, you had to know which direction was north, and enslaved people were well equipped to determine this. Many worked and survived on the land and knew how to read and intuit its numerous clues. That land is similar to what you see today at Atkins Arboretum. And one can still read the same signs. Freedom seekers knew the sun rose in the east and set in the west. Which made traveling by day easy to navigate. But many would hide during the day and travel by cover of night. Without the sun, they looked to the night sky. Navigating by the stars was a skill passed down through the generations. Lucy Delaney recalled her mother's flight from Missouri. By day, hiding in caves. By night, following the wondrous North Star, that blessed lodestone of her people. But what if weather obstructed the sun or the clear night sky? Could you look down instead of up to find north? In the forest, moss grows anywhere where the conditions are right. Forest floor, fallen timber, stream banks, and most importantly, trees. The moss found growing around trees serves as the forest's compass. Traveling north on his journey from Georgia, John Brown would feel around the base of a tree, reading the moss. Finding dried sections where the sun had parched the moss revealed a southern exposure. Brown would then check the other side. You can see right here, it's longer and greener, which means this is the north side of the tree, and that's the direction to freedom.